Hey everyone, Sarah here. Welcome back to my channel, Never Out of Books. I am never out of books, just so that you know. It's a very true channel name. I'm going to wrap up October. Victober is over. October is over. It's kind of a good thing. This was a pretty dismal reading month with regard to quality and quantity, both. A little bit addicted to a computer game, so that could be part of it, but I also am a little bit slumpy in my reading because a lot of the books I've been reading are not really sucking me in, so we're gonna have to fix that this month, but that's another story. When it comes to Victober, I was successful though, I will give you that. The two things that I wanted to read, I did indeed read, and that's very good. I read Treasure Island by Robert Louis Stevenson. This is a children's classic. I don't think it fit any of the challenges, but I read it. It's off of my list now. It was a 3-star read for me. I'm definitely not the target audience for this book. Definitely was the Victorian area young boy who had with a little bit of adventure. It wasn't a very difficult read, which was pleasant. And of course it helps that it's in this beautiful edition that I have. Overall, it was fine. I also reread the Oscar Wilde play, The Importance of Being Earnest. I did not talk with anyone about it, but I do adore that play. I gave it 4 stars. It's hilarious, and I just adore Oscar Wilde's plays. I did not read the other one that was on there that they were going to read for the month, which kind of made me sad because I hadn't read that one yet. But listen, I read some Victorian literature during Victober and I finished some, so we're counting this as a win. No, I did not read any chapters of Dombey and Son because of the reading slump that happened, so that's that. I read Chick Lit, Too Many Cooks by Dana Bate. This is about a woman whose mother dies, and her mother gives her a letter saying about how her life is too perfect and put together and why she's staying with her, fiance, and her life is boring and la la la. And so as a result of this letter, she basically dumps her kind of perfect boyfriend and goes to the UK to be a ghostwriter cookbook. That's what she does. She ghostwrites cookbooks for this terror of a woman celebrity, and it's all pretty awful. And there's maybe a little hint of romance in this with another person, but overall, it was okay. The writing was fine, but I wasn't, obviously from the way I'm talking about it, not very into the story because I'm not really seeing where she needed to change up her life. Her life seemed pretty good and to start with, and then it became a whole wreck after that. Anything, this was a case of just because your mother, whom you really didn't get along with, died and left you a letter doesn't mean you have to do what she said. And then I DNF'd 2 books. The Season by a husband-wife writing team. This is my second time attempting to read this book. Theoretically, it should be something that I liked. I just couldn't get into it, and I mean really couldn't get into it past, even 50 pages. I couldn't do it. It's supposed to be a young adult book, but nothing really worked. Nothing worked. It wasn't good. I'm getting rid of it. Maybe someone else will like it. And probably my most disappointing book of the year, because I had very, very high hopes for this book. I ended up DNFing it because I just could not get into it at all, was The Forbidden Orchid by Sharon Biggs-Waller. I couldn't do it. And I'm at a point right now where I'm not going to try again. I mean, part of me, maybe 2 years ago would be like, oh, let me shelf this back up again. Maybe I'll be in a better mood and like it. But just wasn't working for me. It was not sucking me in. I didn't get it. I didn't care. And it's really, really sad. I wanted this great adventure to happen, and it didn't happen. it didn't happen. I read like almost 100 pages and really nothing was happening yet. It makes me really sad because I really, really wanted to like this. And I am currently about 100 pages into Sick Puppy by Carl Hiaasen. Forgive this horrible copy that my mother got from a yard sale or a little free library or whatever. So far in this, it's not his best work, but I'm actually enjoying it. I tend to read Carl Hiaasen as a palate cleanser. I'm not getting through this very quickly though, folks. We're having issues right now with my reading. It's not going so well. But eventually I'll finish this, hopefully soon. And we'll move along with life and I'll get my reading mojo back. I don't like anything. I'm so picky and terrible. Ugh. So, October, I read 2 books, 1 play, DNF 2 things, and got about, maybe if I'm being promised, yeah, like a quarter of the way through another book. So as you can see, this was not a pleasant reading month overall for me, and as you can tell from my comments, also not the greatest. But I tend to have at least 1 month that is like this, so hopefully November will be better and I'll be happier with my reading and with like the quality of it. Quantity, whatever, that is what it is. But like, hopefully I'm gonna enjoy my books next month because I could use a month where I actually like something. So I will talk to you all later. And I hope that your October was a lot better than mine was. And I will look forward to watching all your videos. So I will see you again soon. Bye.